You're watching Burrell Media Network. Hello, Pirate Media family. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience with us is fruitful. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. And we do hope you consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Let that mask work for you. Let that mask work for you. If you don't shut up, prepare to buck up. Let that mask work, ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. Come on now, somebody. This is a solo. This is a solo, okay? Yeah, I get back. I get back. Okay, no, I call you. Come on, somebody. Turn to your neighbor and say, let that mask work for you. Yeah. Let that mask. We going to talk about it. How y'all doing out there? We going to talk about it today. But turn to your neighbor and say, let that mask work for you. Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. Baby, we're going to have a good time today. Listen, next time somebody troubles your spirit, next time somebody is bothering you, I need you to look at them and say, let that mask work for you, okay? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it for sure. But how y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Happy Wednesday. Happy Black History Month Eve. Okay, I am giving what is supposed to be given on today. Shout out to Mimi for the fresh retwist. And I thought I'd just give a little, Somebody said, I'm trying to find my husband. I said, no, my husband's trying to find me. I said, he's not even trying to find me. He's just, I ain't worried about it. I ain't never been worried about it. Happy Wednesday. Listen, first of all, welcome y'all. Welcome to the show. We have so much to talk about. Listen, turn to your neighbor and say hello. We're going to have a greeting service. I hope y'all having a good Wednesday. I don't have a regular schedule. So after this, I am going on to see the Willy Wonka show. What's the name of that movie? Lord, I want to say it right. Anyways, the Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka. That's what it's called. I'm going to go see Wonka. I'm going to go see that tonight with my girl. No, not a date, but I'm really looking forward to it because I've heard amazing things about it. You know, let me say this also. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. You know, oh, over here. This picture right here, let me show you what I have here because I want to just feature like pictures that I just absolutely love. This is here in the studio. And, you know, on the Black History Month Eve, shout out to um, Nipsey. Rest in peace, an innovator. Okay, it goes inside of what we're going to talk about. But before we talk about labels and who am I, let's get into the church announcements, okay? What went viral, child? We're going to start good and work our way through. First and foremost, before we get into that, shout out to my Bullet in Flight listeners out there. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. And shout out to Power Media Network. Shout out to Samuel and Kwame for everything that you do to make this look like a real situation. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, first of all, big congratulations to Jess Hilarious, who will officially be the third member of the internationally known Breakfast Club, along with Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy. She will be replacing Angela Yee. And let me say this, okay? I'm not necessarily a fan of Just Hilarious. I think she's funny, but she says some things that's rubbed me the wrong way. That's neither here nor there. The Breakfast Club desperately needs that female energy on the show. She is funny. She is talented. She deserves to be there. Now, let's play the trailer, then we'll talk afterwards. Go ahead and play it.
Where is Jess?
Huh?
I would think somebody like the Breakfast Club wouldn't need the clout chase. But knowing them, they probably want somebody light skinned.
Well, I'm Jess with the message. My news is real.
Just hilarious.
Now comments on them saying these niggas is trash.
Y'all could have got somebody better than that. I'm not hating.
They don't give a damn about what she's done.
She made the announcement before it was even inked.
That third seat on the Breakfast Club was one of the most sought after coveted positions in hip hop media.
Less hilarious. You were using that Breakfast Club to besmirch my name, speaking so negatively.
She ain't over there. She's back on the Monopoly board.
Jess, man, you gotta get more going on in your career.
I saw Just Hilarious say she, got the role and stuff. Why did she say that?
They said you don't work there no more. Girl, did you get fired or not?
How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
What happened to Jess Hilarious on the Breakfast Club?
They either didn't hire her or fired her.
The Breakfast Club just isn't what it used to be.
They can either choose to put a new 3 in there or kill the show off completely.
I think the Breakfast Club is over, man.
You cannot make an announcement. They have rollouts.
Party.
They need to make this extravaganza.
Women empowerment.
And she did some Baltimore shit. They be going rogue.
She spoke too soon. She announced her move before her move was done, and now she's left with an egg on her face.
Lock it in, y'all. Jess Hilarious will not be the co-host of the Breakfast Club.
This is all just like one big hoax.
These niggas trash. This shit came off as if the two of them had something to do as to why she isn't a part of the Breakfast Club.
I'm sorry you didn't get the job, less hilarious.
Do you feel she called them out over not securing her spot as an official co-host?
This is giving me stunned, if you ask me.
All right. Huge congratulations to Jess Hilarious. Shout out to her. She is the perfect fit. What happened to Angela Yee? Child, Angela Yee is grown. She said, I'm tired of y'all Negroes. I'm going to go on and do my own show. So she has her own show, Wake Up with Angela Yee. Now, I want to approach church announcements a little bit differently, okay? Because I want to talk about each person I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about their birthday and their sign, okay? And it's going to make sense at the end of it. But we got to talk about all of this, okay? First of all, I feel this thing today, so y'all stay tuned. Just hilarious. I want to talk to y'all out there that, a lot of times in the public, you know, people will talk about you. People will talk about your failure. Let me help you with out there. Let me help you all out there. I don't know who needs to hear this, but people love to celebrate failure. People love to celebrate your downfalls. So all of that you heard with Just Hilarious was everybody talking. And I'm going to be honest with you, I almost jumped on the bandwagon because I was listening to other people. And I want to say this to people out there who have a dream, who have a goal, who have a vision, who have an end in sight. Don't let other people deter you or talk you out of your goal. What up, Michaela? Okay, a lot of people said, oh, she messed up. She announced it too early. Just hilarious. You know, she failed. She talked about it. That's what everybody said. Oh, they want a light-skinned girl. Tasha K lit her up. But here's the thing. Even though people talked about Just Hilarious, the ink deal is done and she's still a co-host. That thing blessed me. Hey, Dr. Holt, Dr. Holt, I can't even talk. I looked at the DMH. Dr. Holt, Michaela, everybody out there, what's going on? Listen, Just Hilarious is doing it out there, okay? That was all the people hating on her. So long story short, Just Hilarious. I just said it earlier, Dr. Holt. I am not necessarily a fan of hers, but she is the perfect fit for the Breakfast Club, for the climate right now. You know, people love her. She's going to be there. So congrats to her. Am I a fan? Let that mask work for you. Let that mask work for you. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Congratulations to her. I'm not going to hate on her. And, before we go on to her birthday is February the 13th. Okay, she's 35, and her birthday is February 13th. She's an Aquarius. Okay, y'all? You may not be an Aquarius. You may not believe in it, but I'm just going to read to you some of the characteristics of an Aquarian. They are clever, analytical, technical, truthful, assertive, confident, progressive, and innovative. Feel how you want about her. But this girl is on her way to the next level. She is definitely the next star in the making. She got what it takes, and she got the goods. She got the attitude. Watch. She got next, okay? Now, let's move on to the next one. Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj. Now, in my humble opinion, I have lived through a lot of rap beefs. Some of y'all asking me, Daryl, what's going on? What happened? I'm going to tell you what I know, okay? Meg Thee Stallion released her latest hit, okay, called Hiss. Now, mind you, let me get some coffee. Meg Thee Stallion is 28 years old, okay? I repeat, 28 years old. She was born February the 15th, also an Aquarius, okay? She released the song Hiss. She said some things in there that Nicki Minaj, you know, she said, you ain't gonna talk about my family, talk about Megan's Law, okay? That was what was in the rap lyric of Meg Thee Stallion. It ain't important what she said too much. What's important is that Nicki Minaj caught wind of it in less than 72 hours, okay? Can I just be clear? I went to work and came back and there was a rap beef. I ain't never seen a rap beef happen that fast, okay? Secondly, this is the worst rap beef, okay? Because Nicki Minaj is 41 years old, okay? Nicki Minaj is 41 and her birthday is December 8th. She's a Sagittarius. Totally makes sense. Let me tell you something. Sagittarius, baby, they love you 1 minute and cut you the next minute in 2 seconds flat. Tell me I'm lying out there. But anyways, I don't care. First of all, the response that Nicki Minaj put out in her music isn't even worth bringing on to the Daryl Walter show. Okay? And I love Nicki Minaj. Okay? Black don't crack. But baby, what are you doing at 41 fighting with a 28-year-old? But here's the thing. Y'all not seeing Nicki like to fight. Nicki just like to fight, okay? Her and her husband and her crew, they like to pick fights, okay? She came for Remy Ma, Remy Ma demolished her. She came for Cardi B. She nearly caught hands from Cardi B at the Anna Wintour's affair, the Met Gala. Remember Cardi took off on her? And you know what, from the sounds of it, Lord forgive me, I'm not gonna say what she deserves. Okay, I'm trying to do some things, but it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Okay, you can't tell me it makes sense, and it's foolishness. But I wouldn't expect less from a Sagittarius. I'd expect a little more from a 41-year-old, but I don't know. These rap beefs, you know, somebody said, well, Biggie and Tupac, somebody died. Yes, tragic ending, absolutely. But that went down in history, okay? I can talk about way more better rap beefs than this. Listen, Nicki got money, she got goons, and she got security. Nicki is that girl that first of all, let's be clear. Remy Ma demolished her. After Sheetha came out, I don't know what else is there to say. I don't know what else is there to say after Sheetha. And I wish Nicki Minaj would just come out with music and just move on. You know, Lil' Kim don't like her. And I don't blame her. Can't be me. But you know what? That's Sagittarian mixed with Trinidadian. Who? I have no words for it because it's just tired. And let me just be very clear. Okay, I'm a rap connoisseur. Some of y'all may agree. Some of y'all may not agree. Okay, because I love Nicki Minaj and what she's contributed to hip hop. But you can't tell me Megan can't wrap circles around Nicki Minaj. If Nicki Minaj and listen, I can't even, let me say it. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion in a ring, I think Megan got tops. That's what I think. You tap down in the comments and you tell me. I know you're a Nicki Minaj fan, but I think Meg Thee Stallion. Then she talked about her mama. You 41, Nicki. Onika. It ain't even Nicki no more. It's Onika. Girl, you done had your run. You done did your thing. Body, yada, yada. Listen, I'm going to tell you, in the world of rap, Megan's about to eat Nicki Minaj up. Okay? But speaking of eating up, let's talk about Chrisean Rock. Now, don't just post a picture. Don't just post a picture. The hell am I supposed to say to this? It don't even make. It just don't even make any sense. Okay. See, let me help you with something. Okay, bring me up and take her to the side, Kwame. Yes, that is a real tattoo. Okay, that is Chrisean Rock. Okay, y'all know when her birthday is? March 14th. She was born in 2000, the year some of y'all graduated or had a baby or got your second job. First of all, she's a Pisces. She's a Pisces. Second of all, let me close this window because I got to get this out without being interrupted. My apologies. Child, I almost burned down the house earlier. I was making me a good turkey burger with bacon and avocado, and I forgot to take the fire off the oil. And I had to open all the windows. Anyways, this child was born in 2000. Some of y'all got clothes, dogs, and children older than that. Okay, those of you who are listening on the live and the replay. And she's a Pisces. Let me tell you about Pisces. I love y'all. Some of my close friends are Pisces. And you don't want to hear about her. But let me tell you about Pisces, okay? Pisces will stay in a relationship after it's over. I don't get it. I look at your Pisces friends. They always in a relationship or they stay in the relationship past the expiration date. And I love y'all, but y'all are long suffering. Here's the thing with Chrisean. Chrisean been a mess. Told y'all she was a mess when she got into it with Tamar. Okay? When she got into it with Tamar, she was drunk. Okay? Not only was she drunk on the stage, she had it removed. No. That's when they give you a tattoo, they do the stenciling first, then they go into it. Okay. And here's the thing also, a lot of people are in relationships because they are trauma attracted. This baby don't know any better. I will go out on a limb to say that the love that she has known, the love that she has been shown in her 23, 24 years, has not been healthy, has not been what she deserves, has not been what she should have been exposed to. And here's the thing, Dr. Holt, I'm not going to call her a dummy. Okay, because everybody has a story, and I want us to see what happens when. Okay, what happens when? See, we see the tattoo on Chrisean's face, but how many of us have done stupid things for love? Let somebody move in. Sign the lease. Give them the loan. Give them your time. Give them your body. How many times? I would love to see Jess Hilarious mentor her, but see, she don't want to listen. Okay, so in that sense, she's dumb, but she's young. Now, Blueface, he's getting what he wants, and I do think he got a little sauce in him, and that's not even trying to call him homosexual. That's just saying what I see. I wish Chrisean the best, but I think she hasn't hit her rock bottom yet, okay? My mom used to say, when you hit your rock bottom, you find out who your real friends are. That's what she said. Anyways, she happy. That's a tattoo of her man that's embarrassed her, beat her up, had other girlfriends, had a baby on, and embarrassed her on several shows in YouTube. Blueface had that song, Bust It Down Tatiana, Bust It Down Tatiana, something like that. Anyways, let's get into this. Speaking of permanent stains, Kim Burrell. I told my friend earlier, if I called Kim Burrell what I really wanted to call her, baby, y'all would fight me. Y'all will fight me. Baby, let that mask work for you. Man, with that mask. Let me tell you something. I'm just going to speak real. I'm tired of Kim Burrell. I love her singing, and I am of the mindset of the ability to separate the gift from the person. Okay, but let's take a look at the original offense, because some of y'all asked me, well, what'd she do there? What'd she do? Go on, play the clip that's gone viral that everybody's, yeah.
Is when I say thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now. Lord, I'm singing alone now. You, ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone. Lord, I'll be back. No, I'll call on you when I'm ready.
You know what? First of all, let me just say this. A lot of y'all let people talk to you any kind of way in church and don't see anything wrong with it because you've been indoctrinated to the point that you accept verbal abuse and you call it normal because you don't know any better. Can we clip that? Just mark that right there, Kwame, and clip that, because that needs to go on somebody's page. Well, Kim Burrell responded to all of the comments and all of the reposts. Let's hear her response.
So the world is saying it now. Let that mask work for you. It is evident that there are so many different interpretations. As mine was that night, I was encouraging this woman to hear the voice of God and not just our own voices right now. And it wasn't meant to be derogatory, just an encouragement. And it's part of my personality. And I say to you, let that mask work for you. What mask? Some people always hide themselves. Some people use the mask. COVID is still very much alive. So you can put it just about anywhere. But the intentionality of letting the mask work for you is to make sure that you are not interrupting what God could possibly be saying to you, for you, about all of us. So let that mask work for you. Go to IamKimBurrell.com and get yours today. Let that mask work for you.
Baby, let me tell you something. Bring back up the picture of Kim Burrell. That's the face Kim Burrell making at y'all. Those of us who grew up in the grand old Church of God in Christ know Kim Burrell to be Kim Burrell, and she has been this way for decades. For decades. I want to approach this in two different ways. Let me say, I still love Kim Burrell as a singer. She is a prodigy. All of that singing that you all have heard, whether you like it or not, has revolutionized many singers. If you go to a musical, if you listen to a lot of artists, they are inspired by Kim Burrell. It can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. Either way, they're inspired by Kim Burrell. Okay. Oh, let's Kim Burrell, by the way. Kim Burrell's birthday is August 26, 1972. She's a Leo. That's all I need to say right there. She's a Leo. That heifer is a Leo. Now, let me say this. Some of y'all know what I really want to call her. But if I said it, all hell will break loose. Let me say, let that mask work for you, baby. Because my birthday is April 19th. And I'm a confused Taurus. Right there with the Aries. It's not what you want today. Now, here's the thing also. You know, she is just a witch. Okay? And take out the other word. Okay? She's a great singer, but a witch. And Kim Burrell is somebody who won't be stopped because her gift covers her multitude of rudeness. Now, let me just say this. I got to say, Church of God in Christ has a reputation and a bad habit of having this nice, nasty attitude, okay? And Kim Burrell is going to be this way. It's sad and disgusting that Kim Burrell embarrassed this lady with the mask. We don't even know this lady's name. And she's fine. No, she's not. And Kim Burrell over here just marketing off of her in the name of Jesus, by the way. That's your girl who was best friends with Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston died of a drug overdose and was an undercover lesbian. What does that say about you? Let that sink in, honey. Okay, because here's the thing. Play that clip again. Play that clip again, because let me say this also. Y'all better catch it. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Play that clip for her. No, the other one, baby, the other one. Play the other one.
So the world is saying it now. Let that mask work for you. It is evident that there are so many different interpretations. As mine was that night, I was encouraging this woman to hear the voice of God.
Pause.
Not just our own voice.
Let's pause right there, Kwame. Pause. I was encouraging that woman. No, you wasn't. You a lie, and not a piece of truth is in you. I was encouraging that woman. If that's the way you talk to somebody that you encouraging, Kim Burrell, don't encourage nobody no more. Keep all that encouragement to yourself. Now, we're going to do this like church, Kwame. Play a little more.
meant to be derogatory, just an encouragement. And it's part of my personality. And I
Pause.
said to you, let that man.
Pause. It's part of my personality. She's telling y'all. Kim Burrell is telling y'all that her personality is mean, nice, nasty, sarcastic, rude. If you sing when Kim Burrell is singing, prepare to be gathered, prepare to be embarrassed, prepare to understand that when Kim Burrell is in the room and she's operating the Lord, but not nobody better talk, especially during a congregational song. You know, so Kim, you know what? And let me just say this. My friend used to call it flesh on parade. Kim Burrell, it is just flesh on parade. And let me just say this with Kim Burrell and her Leo self. I think she's an amazing woman, and I think she has a talent. I think she even has an anointing. Okay? But pride comes before the fall. And what you ladies and gentlemen are watching is a fall pride. A pride fall. I just made that up. It's a pride fall. What's a pride fall, Daryl? A fall that can be prevented when you take out your pride. Okay? You so busy looking everywhere but forward. You worried about everybody else except. I'm just telling you right now. When it happens, we can go back to this clip. Oh, and before we go to commercial, I'm going to squeeze everything in, baby, because I got a lot to get off of my chest. Bring up any picture of TD Jakes. Bring that. There you go. Keep that in the log. This Negro right here. Can I say Negro? Let me tell you something about TD Jakes. Bring me on the screen and take all of them off, okay? Because I'm saying take Horseface off E too, because she gets on my ever freaking loving nerve. Okay. Recently, I posted a video that went viral on Facebook of me duetting a spoof of Scooby-Doo featuring TD Jakes, the Swallowed. Okay. I gotta know from Facebook of all places, that my account was demonetized. Okay, I got to get this off my chest, Kwame. We're gonna go to commercial, but let me just say this. Okay, now you play with the icons and pictures, but TD Jakes, let me tell you something. Pride fall, and one of the biggest pride falls we will see in religious histories. Okay. Because I believe not only is TD Jakes, Lord, let me pick my words right. I think TD Jakes is a homosexual. I do. I think Sarita is a beard. Lord forgive me, lovely woman, okay, allegedly. But since we're going to talk about it, okay, this man ain't going to admit fault. Anyways, they demonetized my account because of the video featuring TD Jakes. Okay, now they said it was hateful speech, amongst other things, and they said it disqualified me. Now listen, I wasn't getting a lot of change, but let me be clear. That video was on the tip of 1 million views. There's 700,000 views. It was on the tip of 1 million views. Facebook, y'all. Facebook demonetized me. And of all videos, it was the video with bring up that man. Bring up TD Jakes. The video with this man in it talking about him bottoming. How is being gay hateful speech? Interesting, the video with TD Jakes got taken down right when it was on the verge of $1 million. Now, I'm not saying I would have got a nice check, but I would have got a nice check. But here's the thing. See, and I want to help somebody out as we go to commercial, okay? Facebook think they hurting me, demonetizing me. They not hurting me. Because, baby, I'm not doing this for the money. Okay? I'm not doing this for the fame. I'm doing this because this is what I was born to do. And somebody came to me and said, Daryl, why are you talking about the church so much? Like, you don't let your foot up. You just go in on the church. Because I know all of them. I know all of them inside and out. I know what they do because I've been with them. Okay? I've been in the doors, rolling blunts, smoking weeds, having drinks, seeing pictures. Okay? That's why they won't tell me to shut up. And it's interesting that somebody allegedly reported my Facebook page. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it because guess what? Guess what? Bring up TD Jakes again. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. We gonna watch TD Jakes fall together, okay? Ain't enough money in the world. Ain't enough money in the world for what you did to those boys, those young men, allegedly, okay? While you putting on a family front. Them boys ain't even biologically his. You know, the one that got arrested in the park for the indecent exposure when he flashed the male police officer in the park, allegedly. And we still got questions about, where were you when your 14-year-old daughter got pregnant? We celebrate that she's overcome. We celebrate that she's made something of herself. But I just want to know, where were you? And where were you when Cora's husband molested her adopted daughter, allegedly, that the man was found guilty of? You know what? We're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about labels and who you are. That's it. Let's go to commercial.
Because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
Hey pilots, did you know that you can now catch the electrifying sounds of Bulletin Flight Radio anywhere you go? Yes, you heard it right. Tune in to the high-flying beats and soaring melodies by downloading the TuneIn app on your mobile device. Just search for Bulletin Flight Radio and hit play. It's that easy. And if you have a smart device like Alexa or Google, just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play Bulletin Flight Radio on TuneIn." Experience the rush of adrenaline wherever you are. Listen to Bulletin Flight Radio on TuneIn using your Alexa or Google devices. Soaring through the skies has never sounded this good. Don't miss out on the ultimate musical journey. Tune in now to Bulletin Flight Radio on TuneIn and let the music take you on an unforgettable ride. Get ready to elevate your listening experience. Brought to you by Bulletin Flight Radio.
Yes, it is possible, I believe, to have multi-generational. I have baby boomers at my church. One is a retired pastor.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible.
But you have to have the will.
You have to have the will. You have to do the work. And you have to lay ego aside. And I know the black church is where we came to get power because we couldn't get power anywhere else. I get it. Right? I'm a student of the church. I know that, you know, some of the meanest people in the church are people who didn't have power anywhere else. I get the psychology of it, right? But we have got to realize that we're not in that space anymore. You have power outside of the church, and we don't use power to create barriers to keep people out. We're supposed to be opening up doors to bring people in.
Okay. Bless your heart. Thank you so much.
That was so ghetto. I'm trying to finish that sandwich. It was a turkey burger, and I apologize. Very ghetto moment. Can we play the end of that video again, Kwame? Just play the end part of it. Of the video that you just played. Play the last few seconds.
I have baby boomers in the church, and we don't use power to create barriers to keep people out. We're supposed to be opening up doors to bring people in.
Okay. Bless your heart. Thank you so much.
You hear the way that man said, bless your heart? That lady said a whole powerful word. And that man said, bless your heart. That means he didn't hear a word he said. And let me say this. A lot of times people are committed to hearing what they want to hear. They are committed to seeing you how they want to see you. To the label that they have on you. That's just the truth. She's telling the truth. She's telling the absolute truth. And I would even say this, even if you are in church, even if you go religiously, even if you have covering or don't have covering, many people are in a transitional space of questioning who they are and questioning their beliefs. This discussion, this topic comes from a discussion I was having with my close friend, you know, who's going to be listening. And we were talking about labels, and we talk about it, and we have different perspective on labels. We both agree that we hate labels. You know, honestly, when I personally think of labels, my mind goes into overload. It goes into involuntary overload. And I just want to shut down. Because honestly, I don't care for labels. I understand the need for labels, but at the same time, I don't care for them. You know, for a long time, those of you close to me know that I didn't like to be labeled as my sexuality. You know, even though I know that I'm gay, I know that I'm same gender loving, it wasn't something that I wanted to lead with because I felt like the label had so many negative connotations with it. I did not myself want to be associated with it, you know. And the reality is, you know, when you think about labels, and I know many of you out there are thinking like, what is he going to talk about labels? What does he mean? Labels and sexuality, labels and in life? We're going to get into all of that. But the reality is when we talk about labels, right? Labels can make us feel good. Labels can make us feel set apart. Labels can make you feel ostracized. When you're labeled wrong, you feel not a part. Sometimes when you are labeled, there is a sense of pride because you are set apart and separate for something good. But many times I believe, and in this discussion, labels can be something that can be stressful, especially when you're labeled something that you didn't ask to be labeled. Take, for example, angry Black woman, sassy Black man. Oh, well, you know, he's sus. Well, you know, she likes to, so she must be whatever the label is. Whatever the label is. And I want to get a little personal with you out there. How do you label yourself? How have you been labeled in life? Have you been labeled as the one everybody can go to, the dependent one, the responsible one? Have you been the black sheep of the family? Have you been the angry Black woman, even though you didn't ask to be that? Have you been arrogant or called stuck up because you're proud of yourself? What have you been labeled with from childhood that you live with? Because the reality is, it's not the label itself. That's not the problem. It's what's attached to the label. And I know many of you have said labels. What about them? Why do we need them? How would we survive without them? Have you ever asked yourself in all of your living, how do you label yourself? What's attached to the label that you have for yourself? Are you the victim? Are you the overcomer? Are you the person who just can't seem to get it together? With all of your talents and gifts, do you call yourself dumb? How do you yourself label yourself? I'm not talking about what everybody calls you, but when you look in the mirror, one-on-one with that image, what have you labeled yourself? How do you see yourself? Came here on this Hood January, on this Black History Month Eve, just to remind you, my friends out there, just to tell you that it's not what they call you, but it's what you truly answer to. It's what you truly answer to. Hear me out. And that even if you're labeling yourself as fat, as not smart, as I just got to get it together. If I just had this, then I would just be enough. If I just accomplished this, or if I just did this, or everybody talks about me. Come on now. Lynette, you ahead of me, because in this life, you can relabel yourself. I have literally done the work. You all have watched me go through therapy. You have watched me be transparent about my life. And part of my life and growing is that I realized the labels that I have on myself. Listen, it's not what they call you, but it's what you answer to. And it's how you define your life and how you define who you are. So easily in the world, if you say you are a strong Black woman, or a proud Black man, to some, they may look at that pride and go, oh, he's arrogant. For some, they may look at a Black woman's strength and call it anger. But that's not what is important. Their labels and what they put on you is not what is important. I know the world has ideas of how gays are, and we'll get into that. Okay, because listen, TD Jakes, they hate to break it to you, but he's part of our community, and I hate to break that down to myself. But even with the negative connotations to the LGBTQIA plus community, even with the negative connotations that we put up with, and we put on ourselves because of society, because of what mama said we should do, because of how daddy felt, because of what the church said, because of what the church said, because of what the family said. See, at the end of the day, when you learn to take off the labels that other people put on you and relabel yourself as a survivor, relabel yourself as a successful one, relabel yourself as whatever you want to be. Listen, I played that clip of the church because the reality is the church may not change. Some people in the church are not willing to change. And she's telling the truth 100%, and she gets it. But even if other people don't get it, your label should be, I am a part of the change. I am a part of the solution. I'm not a part of the problem. I think when we talk about the church announcements, listen, Chrisean has a label that needs to be changed. Jess Hilarious has a label that she's worked hard for and that people doubted and said that she wouldn't be. I want y'all to see it. I want y'all to really see it. Jess Hilarious didn't back down from the label. From the label that she had for herself: comedian, successful, star, radio show co-host. And even when people said she fumbled the bag, she held on to who she was. My friends, my followers out there, listen, this world is crazy. Life is crazy and life will happen. But at the end of the day, are you holding on to who you are? In life, it is okay to relabel yourself, to take off the labels that have been on you and redefine yourself in any circumstance. And it's never too late. It is never too late to start over again. It is never too late to redefine yourself. And I'm talking about redefine your whole entire life. No matter what people say, no matter what people think of you, no matter the rumors that go on about you, no matter the conversations that people have when you are not in their presence. Relabel yourself. Kwame, you into organization. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you have that space for one thing and you wake up one day and realize that space is good for something else and something better. Y'all better catch that metaphor. All right. We're going to end early. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for connecting. Next week, it is Black History Month. There's going to be some guests on. Y'all email me. Y'all tap in. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you want to talk about. If you feel like you want to be a guest on the show out there in Radio Land, wherever you are, tap in. Reach out to Power Media Network and let them know, hey, I think I should be on the Daryl Walters Show. But until then, listen, if you have a vision, see it through. And I'll see y'all next week, okay? That's it. Believe in yourself. Peace.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.